Hey everyone, it's Russ. I'm just going to talk about some investing and not the kind that you think of, the financial kind that, uh, you can gain a lot of wealth and stuff. The kind of wealth I'm trying to gain is not material, I guess. So let's talk about like kind of why we invest, 401ks, stock market, whatever you're doing, savings accounts, checking accounts, whatever you got, CDs, all these different things. There's different ways of gaining financial gain, right, on this planet. And so let's say, what do you invest for? Because when you retire, you want to be able to live comfortably, right? So, or prosperously, depending on, your heart, whatever you want. But the kind of investing I'm talking about is not the financial kind, man. I'm talking about the mental, the physical, and the spiritual investing. Um, you have a checking account or savings account, and what you do is you start pouring funds into that account, right? And I'm talking about the physical now, the material money. And what happens is eventually something happens where you're going to need to pull from those funds, right? Life happens, right? And so what you do is, if you've done a good job saving up and pouring into those funds, then you're going to be able to pull those finances. Yeah, you might take a little financial hit, but you're going to be able to pay off whatever debt life hits you with, and then you'll be able to come back and re-establish that gain and reinvest and build, I guess, the financial prosperity that you're trying to go, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, instead of thinking financial for a second, think about your spiritual bank account or your mental bank account, physical bank account. If you pour into that, like, there's different ways of pouring into it: positive affirmations, inspiration, motivation, scripture, prayer, self-disciplines, positivity, man, love. There's so many good things to invest and pour into that bank account. And if you keep pouring into that bank account, you're gonna establish kind of like a good base of gain, I guess. And so what happens then, now life is going to hit you. It will. It just, yeah, everyone knows this. Life hits you somehow. And depending on how invested you are in all this stuff, then you're going to be able to pull funds from there. So, like, something bad happens, it could be anything from a death in the family to, all these things, like a car accident, you're going to be able to reestablish yourself a lot quicker if you have funds to pull from: positivity, motivation, inspiration, spiritual blessings, and spiritual maturity, and investing all this time in mental and physical and spiritual health and wellness. If you invest in that, when life does hit you, you will recover a lot faster. I promise you this, because I have gone through this. And if I did not have what I had invested, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle what I went through last year the way I have. So that's why I decided I feel like I needed to make this video. So here's the thing, though. Just like financial, if you don't invest in your financial bank account and life does hit you, now you're going to go into debt. Let's say you have zero. Now you have to, like, figure out where to get those funds from. If you've ever been in debt, it's not fun, because now you're like stressed out and you're trying to figure out how to pay off that debt. So now let's go back into the spiritual, mental, and physical debts that might come. The draining, the life challenge, the adversity, the challenges, the tribulations, the trials, the different things that challenge us to grow. And so if we have invested into that spiritual account and life hits us here and we have to pull funds to get to there, then we have funds because we built up all the way to that level. And so you, us, me, have to make sure that I'm being very diligent on my investment into that field, because life is going to hit me and life is going to hit you in a certain way when you're not prepared. It's just how life works, right? It's funny, haha, funny, boohoo, whatever. But here's the thing: if you guys invest into all this, you will have funds and you will be able to bounce back and reestablish those funds. If you don't invest, and let's say life hits you here, you are now in debt. And that's where a lot of the like I can't take what life is giving me going comes into play, like the depressions, the anxieties. There's and I'm not downplaying mental health at all, but I'm saying that because I've gone through depression and anxiety, and I do every once in a while, but I have funds to be able to pull from and to battle that and to pay that debt off. And I have a God, you know, in a spiritual sense that helps me get through that. So what I'm saying is, guys, invest in this side of life as much as you can. Like, you know, you're going to retire off of this. And that's with everything spiritual, everything mental, and everything physical that you know helps you grow. So this would be your, I guess, instead of your 401k or your pension or whatever, it'd be your spiritual growth account or your physical and mental growth account or your life growth account. And so when all the negativity of the world hits you, you can pay that debt off so much easier than if you didn't have any of that invested into that account. I hope you guys get that metaphor. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I know it's a long video, but hope you guys are all blessed and have a great day. And hopefully I will see you all later. Bye.